After losing Adam Thielen, the Vikings went out in the draft and found a new receiver to pair up with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Today I want to jump into Jordan Addison's film, analyze what he does well and what he's going to bring to this Vikings offense. So without further ado, let's get into the film. Taking a look at this first play here, we're going to highlight one of Addison's best traits, and it's how fluid he is as a route runner, how easy and smooth it is for him to flip his hips in and out of his breaks, and really set up those corners and safeties. So like I said, taking a look here pre-snap, we're going to see he's lined up one-on-one here in the slot with the nickel corner here, and offensively, all he's doing is running this double move post. And at the snap of the ball, I really want to focus here with the corner. We see his hips, they're pointed inside, ready to cut off any in-breaking route like that post. So to respond to this, Addison presses to the outside shoulder, trying to sell that outside release, flipping his hips, selling that he's going to be running that corner route. To respond, we see the corner. He flips around here, trying to get back over the top. But little does he know, Addison's setting him up perfectly for him to snap back off inside and come wide open across the middle of the field for a huge gain for his offense. I'll display roll from the top one more time. Just keep an eye on Addison's hips here. Look how fluid he is coming in and out of his break, selling that corner, breaking it back off inside for that post. He's not losing a step. He's not slowing down through his breaks, and it makes it so hard for any corner or DB to keep up with someone that has such fluid hips as Addison does. Taking a look at this next play, we're going to stay on the same subject of how fluid Jordan Addison is coming in and out of his breaks and how technically sound he is setting up DBs. So pre-snap here, we're going to see Addison. He's lined up at the bottom of the screen in a one-on-one matchup running this go dropout. And at the snap of the ball, look how he sets up the corner here. Look how he gives this little head fake like he's going to break inside, and then he presses vertical here. All this is to set up the corner to bail here. Look how the corner is flipping his hips right now, trying to get and stay over top of Addison, expecting that go ball to come. Little does he know, Addison's doing all this just to set him up perfectly, to snap this route back off, get his eyes back to his quarterback, getting a huge catch for his offense here. I'll display roll again, but there's so many little details that Jordan Addison's executing perfectly here. He sells this almost like it's a double move to make this corner bail, and as soon as he bails, he snaps this route off with perfect timing. There's so many minute little details that he does it to perfection in this one play. We could use a whole 30-minute video going to every detail. But let's keep the video progressing here into this next play, which is going to show off once again how fluid Addison's hips are. So he's matched up one-on-one here in the slot at the top of the screen. He's going to be running this deep out route here. We see Addison, he presses inside. This forces his corner's hips to flip, getting ready to drive, to maybe cut off a post, cut off a curl, whatever it might be. And because that corner's hips are flipped inside, it allows Addison to cut this route back outside. It's impossible for the corner to keep up with him, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback. I'll display roll from the top again one more time. Just keep an eye on Addison's hips here. Look how fluid, look how smooth they are. It's impossible for the corner to keep up and cut this route off to the outside. When you have a receiver this technically sound with these type of fluid hips, it is just absolutely torture for any DB to handle. So there's no doubt about it, Jordan Addison's one of the most fluid receivers from this class. Like I've said multiple times now, how smooth he is coming in and out of his breaks, not losing a step. It's impossible for DBs to keep up with him. Add on top of that his unique ability when you get the ball in his hand to have this run after catch ability, especially on these tunnel screens that USC love to throw to him all the time. He has a natural feel for his blockers. He's almost like a running back with the ball in his hand. He just knows where his blocks are getting set up for him. And like I said, having that versatility as well in the screen game, he may not be a blazer running a sub 4 340, but he's almost like a running back that when you get the ball in his hands, he just knows how to set up his blocks, where his blocks are coming from, and he knows when to get vertical on these screens to make the job so much easier for his quarterback and his offense. He absolutely knows how to beat up on corners and one-on-one coverage. That's why he was the go-to man for all the RPO game for USC. Like we see on this play here, they're running this glance route here, just reading this boundary run fitter. We see him screaming down to the box here, and we see how fluid Addison is coming in and out of his breaks. He breaks to wide open space here. It's an easy pitch and throw for the quarterback. Again, he was their go-to man in the screen game, the go-to man with the RPOs. He also knew how to work inside and out from the slot position or split out wide. Really, he's almost nearly a complete receiver. The really only big knock I have on him is two things. It's his frame, that once he goes against physical press corners, he can easily get knocked off his route and have his timing thrown off. Add on top of that, with him not being that blazing receiver, he really rarely will show the ability to take the top off of defenses. But the Vikings didn't draft him to be this elite level deep threat. They drafted him to be a phenomenal complementary piece to Justin Jefferson. When teams want to bracket Justin Jefferson, they want to bracket TJ Hawkinson. Well, guess what? You're going to leave Jordan Addison one-on-one. And as we saw today with how fluid he is in and out of his breaks, it's nearly impossible for a corner to keep up with him. And like I said, that's what Addison's going to bring to this offense. A phenomenal complementary piece, which he's going to be a great 1-2 punch with Justin Jefferson. Add on top of that his abilities out of the screen passing game. It's going to alleviate that pressure off of Kirk Cousins to be able to start throwing more tunnel screens. And overall, like I said, Jordan Addison, he's going to fit perfectly into this Vikings offense. He may not be that high-level deep threat receiver, but like I said, that elite level, technically sound route running capabilities going to allow the Vikings offense to punish teams that want to start using bracket coverages against Justin Jefferson or bracketing TJ Hawkinson. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know if you guys think Jordan Addison is going to be a perfect fit for the Vikings. I love hearing from you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.